I have a thing where I drink on the show. So I was like, oh, let me go get my port. I'm like, where is the bottle? Man, my bitch ass roommate been drinking my liquor on the low and I didn't know because I don't drink every day. I haven't even checked that section in like over a week. So the tequila down, the whiskey down, the port missing. Oh, I'm pissed because now I'm on water. But other than that, I'm fine.
Great, you should have a drink. Shit.
Yeah, that was the plan, Russell. Thus, the level of festivity.
What's been up?
WTFWOTW.
With Rudii Ru.
Welcome to episode 23. This week's guest, just like most of us, was once a fool for love. A native of Philly, now the soul of NY, his songs have soundtracked some of your favorite TV moments. His signature singing was evident as he declared war on hearts. And his soldiers can attest that the RT experience is nothing short of dripping with passion. Allow me to introduce the opinionated pretty boy himself, Russell Taylor.
Rudii, that was an amazing intro until you said opinionated. What you mean? I'm joking.
I mean, a little bit.
Oh, a lot. Absolutely. That's why we get along so well.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we haven't spoken since like the Last Supper, and then I just called you randomly.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good.
Well, I was gonna say let's make a toast, but as I told you, my roommate stole my liquor, so I have water.
Toast. Cheers.
Well, to the demise of Donald Trump.
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Oh yeah, get him. Can I curse? You're an influencer.
Yes, I insist.
Fuck him. I'm so glad that piece of shit is gone. However, opinions.
Yes.
We the Biden campaign won because of Black women and because Black people. And just because we got Biden and Kamala in there does not mean that our vigilance can stop. We have to hold them accountable for the Black agenda. So we've gotten over the first hump, which is amazing. But the second hump and third and fourth are soon to come.
Yes, but the main hump.
Oh, the trash is gone.
Oh, well, it's going to be an interesting 2 months because it's not going to be a smooth transition. And yeah, it was a big old soap opera this week. So I am happy that part is over. I have not watched that much CNN in a very long time. I think since OJ.
Wow, that's wow.
Yeah, because I'll be like logging on, like I don't want to miss shit. Just like I don't want to miss the apprehension if I was watching the whole chase, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Can I ask you a quick question? What was the energy in Amsterdam when it was announced that Biden and Kamala won?
Well, I can't speak on I don't know, but I know that in my circle, it was excitement, of course. But, obviously I hang out with a lot of Americans. Although there's this Dutch friend of mine, we were watching it like a play-by-play, like it was a game show.
99%. Look at how close that shit is.
So
How many more votes? Look how much he's tapping his ass in the Philly County. 80% to 18. He's about to do math.
But when I judge by the social media activity by Dutch people, they're posting. But to me, it's kind of like, also with social media, people are quick to comment on what's happening elsewhere, and then they're like metal. So I don't really I listen to the Americans abroad and the ones that are actually, being affected and stuff.
My favorite tweet about this whole thing was the mayor of Paris saying, "Welcome back, America."
Oh yeah, because they're gonna rejoin the climate. The climate.
Well, I wasn't even thinking about the environmental, like joining the agreement. I was thinking more like people from the outside of the United States, are saying that America will be back because we were on a long, extended nightmare break. That's heavy to me, and it's funny.
No, it's funny. I mean, and also for me, like the acceptance speech with Kamala, it was very touching.
Please welcome the Vice President-elect of the United States of America, Kamala Harris.
We are so grateful to Joe and Jill for welcoming our family into theirs on this incredible journey. And to the woman most responsible for my presence here today, my mother, Shamala Gopalan Harris, who is always in our hearts. When she came here from India at the age of 19, she maybe didn't quite imagine this moment. But she believed so deeply in an America where a moment like this is possible. And so I am thinking about her and about the generations of women, Black women, Asian, white, Latina, Native American women, who throughout our nation's history have paved the way for this moment tonight. Women who fought and sacrificed so much for equality and liberty and justice for all, including the Black women who are often, too often, overlooked, but so often prove they are the backbone of our democracy.
Oh yeah, and she
when
walked.
she came out to Mary J. Blige, I was like, oh, thank you. This is just gonna be just for
and right, and then the white outfit is a reference to the suffragettes. So the women that fought for the right to vote and defended that. So there were so many historical references in Kamala, like, you know, the AK, the HU. There's just so much. There's so much.
The White House is going to be cracking again. That's good. That's good. Well, all right. So I known you for a couple of years, but you know, there's probably some listeners of mine, maybe in the farmlands of Uzbekistan, I don't know, that don't know. So I want to peel some of your layers with a series of rapid fire questions. Are you down?
Let's go.
Jeans or sweats?
Jeans.
Low or high maintenance?
High.
Okay, good. All right. Tell me about the first time you heard your voice on the radio.
Oh, it was a Sunday night. It was on WHUR in Washington, D.C. And it was a pre-tape the 2 days before. So I made sure I was in DC and I was driving around by myself, and I pulled over to a parking lot and I opened up my car door, facing the car door toward a big wall so I could turn it really loud and hear it. And I just sat there and just took it all in. It was amazing.
Dope. Pet peeves. Oh shit.
Pet peeves. Let's see.
Top three.
Okay, here we go. Oh no, I'm not that bad. I'm trying to figure out. I don't like when people, if I call about business, I don't like when people take more than like 24 hours to call back. It turns me off and I don't want to do business anymore. So that's a pet peeve. I hate when people don't use turn signals.
Oh, yeah. So you got a little road rage.
Oh, a lot of road rage. And you got to blow it off steam somehow, right?
Yeah.
And then when people don't wear masks. That's number one right now. Like, don't do it for yourself. Do it for everybody around you.
Yes, asshole.
Yeah.
Can you let a day go by without humming a note?
No. I don't even know I'm singing.
Childhood career goal?
Attorney.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Adventurous trips or lay by the beach style vacations?
It's like a combo.
Win in one trip?
Yeah. So I like to scuba dive. I like to hike, but I also like to lay by the beach and just have a drink, read a book. So I like to do both.
Okay. Favorite musical era?
70s. So after Motown, like during that Donny Hathaway, what is that? Let me say late 60s, very late 60s, early 70s into maybe 82. So it's like a 12-year period. Is my favorite soul music, like R&B soul.
Okay. What was your 2020 Halloween outfit?
Nothing.
You're just butt naked?
No, whoa, well, I had on like regular clothes. No Halloween festivities around here.
But who do you think was best dressed on social media? Like, did you see any of the celebrities?
I wasn't even checking.
Well, I need you to tune back into what
Yeah,
matters.
my bad. I wonder what Heidi Klum wore though. She usually kills at the entire game.
That's true, she does, but I don't remember her being a standout. The standout for me was The Weeknd, who went
I,
as Professor Clump, and he pulled that off.
oh wow.
It looked good.
One costume did register for me. Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, she did good. And
Yeah.
that whole skit she did with her publicist, that was cute.
Yeah.
The rapper Saweetie redid the whole Destiny's Child Bootylicious video and played all three of them.
Kelly, can you handle this? Michelle, can you handle this? Beyonce, can you handle this?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's some
killed it.
intense production like commitment. That's intense.
Well, speaking of production commitment, there's this like plus size model named Tavia Majors who did the whole Beyonce thing.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
She murked.
What? Like the outfit, the angle, like
everything.
It was like she took Beyonce's people and just said, I want to redo it. It was dope.
She killed it.
And she said she's not even a dancer. Like she just committed to learn it and applied B's work ethic. I said, well,
she killed it.
Yeah, for sure. Name 3 things on your bucket list.
Oh, now that one's hard. Okay, here we go.
Do you have one? Let's start.
Oh, of course. I have a long list of things that I want to get done. I want to go to the point of no return. Is that off the coast, off the Ivory Coast, or is it Ghana? It's where the slaves, the last holding place for slaves before they brought us to the US. And I want to go to, mine involved traveling. So I want to go to Madagascar and I want to go to Machu Picchu.
Okay.
So.
Which of the Braxton sisters is your favorite cousin?
No comment. You're not getting me in trouble.
No, but that's the only time I'm not even going to ask you about other shit. Just that. Come on. It's got to be. It's probably Tamar.
I don't have.
Oh, no, it's Trina, maybe. One of them.
Okay.
Because I'm just basing it on personality.
I got you. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have a favorite because I love all of them. And they love me, I think. I don't know. But we'll see.
I'm going to ask. I'm going to put
But I will say who I am closest to is Trina.
Okay.
With a very extremely close runner-up of Tamar. And
see,
it's just
I was right.
Right. It's just because Tamar and Trina and I growing up were always together. And then Tamar is younger than us, so Tamar would be with us.
The gap is not that big, right?
Yeah, but when you're in high school, no, the gap is not that big. But when you're in high school,
1 or 2 years makes a difference.
Take your sister with you.
Yeah. Okay.
You better not say nothing about where we going. And of course, Tamar, she always said something.
So, but you weren't born in Baltimore, right?
No, I was born in
Philly.
Okay.
Yeah. But are your parents siblings or is it like?
No. So my mother and her mother are cousins, our first cousins. So it's like. So
you're like second cousins.
Yeah, but in our family, she's an aunt to me. Ma Braxton is an aunt, but I call her Ma. I don't call her aunt. Auntie. I call her Ma Braxton. So it's a Southern thing, Southern American thing. But she's just an auntie.
Okay. Religious or spiritual?
Spiritual.
Cook or take out?
Cook.
What's your specialty dish?
Man, I can cook anything. I'm killing.
So humble too.
There she goes. There I
go. Shit. I'm trying to keep up with your cocky ass. Okay. Top 5 movies of all time.
Oh, Color Purple.
It's gonna be all the slave movies. Yeah.
No. Color Purple, The end game. What is it? Why is it escaping me? See, you threw me off by saying it's gonna be all slave movies. What's the Marvel movies with like
yeah, X-Men.
all
I'm
those
sorry, Avengers.
Yeah, Avengers, yes, but with especially Black Panther.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's over 5.
Oh, so it's Color Purple, and then the rest is Marvel movies?
Mm-hmm.
That's mother. Okay. I would have preferred you named 5 slave movies. At least that required effort. All right. Well, share, if you will, an embarrassing story.
I don't get embarrassed easily. I can say what extremely uncomfortable. I was the maid of honor for Trina's wedding.
Maid of honor.
So I guess it's called man of honor. So I was the man of honor for Trina's wedding, her latest wedding. And because my schedule, I wasn't able to get a fitting, and everyone else was able to actually go with the tailor. So by the time I came direct from Kazakhstan, almighty Kazakhstan,
Yeah,
St. Louis, and put on this suit, and it was 2 sizes too small, and I could not move. I couldn't bend over. I couldn't do anything because the suit was so daggone tight. And I was not embarrassed, but I was extremely uncomfortable.
So you had to suck it in and just stand the whole time?
Oh, I couldn't. I was like moving like a robot, because if I moved too much, I would have split right through. Oh, and to add insult to injury, my bags were stuck in Amsterdam. So
I told you I want to borrow that sweater. Oh, that is funny. It's so funny because when was it? Yesterday, I think, because I was watching the Baxter Family Values and how she was talking about she wanted to have like all male, non-traditional wedding party. Look at that, guys. See? Exclusive, even by accident. Cool. So we'll be seeing. Oh, you know I'm gonna say some shit when I see you.
You won't see me.
Why? You didn't sign the waiver?
There you go.
Oh, smart guy. I'm gonna try to catch you in the background, even if it's from behind.
If you say something, Rudii,
man, I'm gonna screenshot the shit out of it. I'm gonna put it on
Rudii,
Instagram and tag you. No, but
I will fly to Amsterdam, and I will meet you out front of your house, and we will have a conversation.
Yet. Sorry.
We will have a conversation.
But you're not allowed to fly in yet.
I'll figure it out.
But I will definitely do what I just said.
Okay. Come on. I got something for you.
All your social. Oh, I'm so excited. So, Mel B is taking Eddie Murphy to court to increase child support payments for their 13-year-old, claiming she can't get a job due to COVID. But he's already paying $25,000 a month. And why does a kid need more $300K a year?
You know, I don't know about people's personal affairs. The older I get, the more mature I get. I don't know what type of shit went down between the two of them. I don't know how much money Eddie Murphy makes. I don't know how little opportunity Mel B has. I don't know. You know,
I understand if you're talking about specifically with them, but for me, I just wonder, just in general, like, because I don't agree that a man has to make child support payments depending on his salary if he makes more than a certain amount. Like, I think at a certain point, there needs to be a cap of like, you pay what's needed for the child, you know what I mean? And to me, a 13-year-old kid, $25,000 a month? Like, even if you're living lavish, the kid has like a lifestyle could still be maintained, no?
I feel you. I guess I just know that it's not, from the outside looking in, is not that simple. You know, a child like that probably needs a little more attention, meaning like, because he or she gets more attention. So a child like that might need, additional money for school, support for school, because being Eddie Murphy's child is not like being a regular person's child. There's a whole bunch of baggage that comes with that shit. I've never been, my parents were wonderful. I've just recently lost my mother, but when I was raised, my parents were amazing parents, but they were you know, superlative parents, but everyday Black people. You know, went to work, did very well, took care of their kids. I've never been a celebrity's child, but I know that being a celebrity's child comes with a whole bunch of shit that may take some extra money to process and deal with. So I don't know.
You're so understanding. Ice Cube is getting clowned on social media and SNL because he actually believed he convinced Trump to spend $500 billion on Black businesses. How did you feel about that whole thing to begin with?
With Ice Cube, like, I don't know, like, where have you been, bro? Like, I don't know. I don't know what you were thinking. You're the same person from NWA. Like, you just say the F fuck the police. Like, what happened? Where did you go? Like, what, you go out on a limb for this asshole? You should get clowned.
Bye, Felicia.
Everything you just said, I agree with. The only thing is, like, on the flip side, I question, like, okay, at a certain moment, if you're trying to do things on a certain level and certain people you don't necessarily fuck with or empower, but the only way you can maybe attempt to create some movement is you gotta at least make an attempt to deal with them because they're the ones who would push it through. Is it a bad thing to sit down and see what's possible? Is that an automatic sellout?
It's also about the timing. We're coming into a very controversial election. Ice Cube chose to make public comments about Biden and Harris and their participation in the crime bill, but he was given choice information. You got to give it 360-degree information on the crime bill, and everyone participated in that, including the Congressional Black Caucus as a group,
Plus, I also think that's a cop-out because Biden has spent the last 20 years trying to undo the errors of people can
even apartheid in South Africa. Biden went on a congressional rampage, like telling them, like, this is bullshit. White people in America need to wake up. His words, you know.
And the Kamala Harris aspect irks me because it's kind of like you can't penalize someone for being good at the job, like executing. You understand what I mean? Like, you can't be a DA and not be doing the job. Like,
do your job within the scope of the
parameters you've been given.
Exactly. But she's also released a lot of Black men and women, or actually not just Black, people of color that went to jail for long periods of time for misdemeanor drug charges, like having a $10 bag of weed. We're making billions of dollars off of selling weed in dispensaries. There are consequences. When you're a celebrity, when you're as famous as Ice Cube for like decades, he is a leader. He creates content, movies, like whole things, that affect culture. And you go out in the last 2 months before the election and you disparage the Democrat and the one that is looking out for all of us, then you're gonna catch a L. You get the same shit that the dude that you're supporting gets. Now, if this was 2 years ago and Ice Cube was having this type of conversation and Trump is in office and there wasn't a choice, then I feel a little differently.
Because what are you gonna do in 2 months anyway?
Exactly. You wait till now?
Yeah.
Out of here.
British retailer Marks and Spencer's unveiled their new cronut pastry, but fumbled on the name.
What they call it?
Santa's Yamnut.
I hope that whole marketing team was fired.
Well, believe it or not, it's not the first time. On Valentine's Day, they offered a love sausage.
That is British humor. I get them doing that.
Okay, well, wait for it. Then for Easter, they had a bunny doing a yoga pose in a questionable manner. So it looked like looking back at it type thing. Then they also had an ad with a tagline, "Put the D in bread," meaning vitamin D, but
British, I get it.
Put the D in bread, but Yamnut. It shouldn't be that bad.
I'm not with Santa's Yamnut. That one, I feel like that's one step beyond the Yamnut.
There's a hole in that house.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like dick references. Like it actually looked tasty.
Oh, well, that's good.
It's funny because it has like Santa's stomach and it has like 2 bite marks where the balls would be. There's a Kirk Franklin biopic on the way. It will chronicle his rise to fame and the challenges he faced along the way. Are you looking forward to it?
I like him. I think maybe for people that are conflicted with worldly stuff, being in the world when you are also in Christian music or gospel music. And I think that people that maybe struggle with that dichotomy, it'd probably be really good and freeing for them, because I understand he had some challenges with sex addiction and porn addiction and all these other types of things.
People are mostly Christians that you speak
Well,
of, right?
The world, right?
About it.
But
Yeah. Well, regular people are not going to be like, ooh, this might heal us. It's the
right,
tricky ones.
right.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
You said you were excited about it. Are you churchy?
I'm not. I'm excited about hearing about the sex adventures.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Stevie Wonder is convinced that Joe Biden is going to give us reparations. Is that a realistic expectation?
I think that Biden will probably open the door to the conversation. We need someone to start the conversation and move it along to get people to get used to the idea. So I think that Biden, but it's not going to be an easy sell.
Yeah, but what Stevie is talking about is like financial compensation for like 400 years of unpaid work. And I'm
clear on that. It'll probably take some upwards of 10 years to get the United States on board with that.
But in Stevie's defense, he might have trouble seeing just how hard it will be.
I love Stevie. I didn't say that. That's Rudii. That's Rudii from Amsterdam. Russell Taylor loves Stevie Wonder. He's amazing.
I love Stevie Wonder too. I love Stevie. I do. I like Stevie. But it's hard for him to, see what's coming. Did you watch any of the versus battles this year?
I did.
Which one stood out to you the most? Or did you have fun?
Gladys, baby.
Yeah, that was dope.
I just loved them. I just thought it was funny. And then when Dionne Warwick showed up,
it was dope.
I was like, yo, he's the best. Everybody, I just loved it. It
was definitely like being at like the kitchen table with your favorite aunties and stuff. It was definitely a vibe. I heard that there's one coming with Outkast and A Tribe Called Quest. I'm excited about that.
You need to get up, get out, and get something. Check the vibe.
At first, they were saying that it was Q-Tip and Andre. And I was like, that's not a fair matchup. The groups together, I think that is fair.
I agree. T.I. and Jeezy are next week, but I don't really care. T.I. irks my spirit. Speaking of T.I. though, besides memorizing the dictionary, he's apparently now also become a self-proclaimed infectious disease expert. He basically feels that having 11 negative COVID tests can be attributed to him drinking warm fluids.
Tea 3 times a day keeps the COVID away?
COVID starts in the throat. If you catch it while it's still in the throat and you drink warm liquids, the warm liquid wash it down to the stomach where the stomach acid, then kill it. I'd rather boost my immune system to defend me against COVID should I come in contact with it, rather than wear a mask and hide in fear of coming in contact with it.
So he's going around telling people that if you feel that tickle in your throat, just drink tea. So there's that. That's your boy, huh?
Okay.
Selena Johnson believes that although some Black men stand up for Black women, the majority still are quick to disrespect us. Do you agree with that statement?
I get into a lot of fights about this type of stuff.
Well, come on.
I don't know what Black men she's talking about, but all the Black men that I'm around, Black men that I engage with, talk to, exposed to, we are defenders of Black women. I don't know. Maybe she's got to change her circle.
I don't want to present a stance that disconnects Black men from us. I think that Black men are also in need of protection. Here is a dichotomy that is a problem. We're the lowest on the totem pole, Black women. It's like white men, white woman, Black men, Black women. It's like we all the way at the bottom, And I'm not saying that there are not Black men out here that do not turn up as far as Black women are concerned. There are so many amazing, strong Black men that speak up on our behalf, that fight for our rights. But there is a majority of Black men that also disrespect us. It's just as quick as they stand up for us.
There's like the whole protect Black women movement, but some of those men are quick in the same breath in their personal situations to turn around and call their women out their name. Like they don't see that it should be like one continual thread of support. You know what I mean?
I think that there is a lot of healing that has to be done, and I'm gonna drop this here. This is an opinion, but it's based on scholarship. Is that I believe that Black men and Black women, the apparatus of slavery and how it was weaponized, it affected Black women differently than it affected Black men, not less, more, or worse or better, differently. And I think that generational trauma, we're still trying to put our thumbs on them. Women are further along in the healing than the Black men are, but we have to put our thumbs on it and respectively get our shit together before we can help one another. Because yes, particularly the United States in general is disrespectful to Black women. Black men have to have the space to be vulnerable in the archetype of being a man, and Black women have to have the space to be vulnerable in the archetype of being a woman.
Preach, Russell.
It's real shit.
Beyonce has decided to cancel her world tour in 2021 and switch to a virtual tour concept. She's about to set that bar so high. Can you imagine her doing shows where she doesn't have to travel with a set but can just broadcast from one spot? That's just about to be a movie every time. Y'all better get out there and just get in that kitchen and get some shows.
Right. Yo, I can't wait. I know she's gonna murder it. She's got, like, she murders everything she puts her hands on. So I'm looking forward to it. But after that,
everybody gonna start, underwater basket weaving or something.
Right, exactly.
Oh shit. No, and all that money she'll save and still get money. Like, yeah, I'm not even mad. I'm excited about it. It's not even that I'm in the beehive, but I respect it all. And well, maybe I am in the beehive. I don't know. In a case of They Must Be Caucasian, a small town named Rabbit Hash in Kentucky elected its new mayor this week. So shout out to Wilbur the French Bulldog for getting 13,000 votes. You know, they can't hear the head shaking.
I'm just shaking they can see me though. They can see me.
Yeah. But you know, so the ones that don't watch.
Okay. See, this democracy shit is a game to people. That's fine.
That town is small. There's only like one convenience store and a couple of other things, but still. I mean, listen, you have to imagine these small towns. This is the highlight for small towns, you know? For us city people, we're spoiled with, more interesting things.
I feel you, but on a serious tip, you multiply those small towns by 50, and
they voted for Trump.
40 million.
Well, he looks like a French bulldog, so.
Piece of shit.
Uh-oh.
So.
I got you. Did you grow up singing in church, or was that not your story?
I did. So I actually grew up singing in Catholic church.
Oh, that's a whole different kind of singing.
Right. And then when we moved from Philadelphia to Maryland is when I started going to church with my cousins. Started learning how to do,
So what were they, Baptist?
They are, yes, Baptist, but also AME. The Ma Braxton is also a minister, charismatic preaching and, reference to the text and so forth. That's how I started to learn about gospel music hands-on. Like we always listened to, even though I was born and raised Catholic, we always listened to gospel music in my house, like the real deal gospel. But as far as
when you say real deal gospel, what is that?
Oh man,
what's the fake deal one?
No fake deal, but like real deal selling gospel with the, the singing.
Oh,
and the
like
words.
Shirley Caesar, like the old stuff. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like gospel music, and I have conversations with people all the time who are religious who swear that I'm just like in the closet with my religion, like I really am with God, because morally there's just certain beliefs that I have that I think are just normal that they attribute to being godly. So they're kind of like trying to like sway me in that direction, which is interesting. But I like gospel because to me, gospel music is soul music. Like if I'm not listening to the exact words, or I would substitute the word God with the name of a dude, to me, it's a soul song, right? Most of the time.
Yeah.
So
Well, soul music, R&B came from gospel.
So looking back at your catalog, which song is your favorite? Like the one you feel that everything is just right on, harmonies, composition, etc.
It changes. Today, it's Dance with Somebody.
Clock strikes upon the hour, and the sun begins to fade. There's still enough time to figure out how to chase these blues away. I've done alright up to now. It's the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, my lonely heart cries. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yes, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
The studio has been a very difficult place for me. It's a challenging place because of the permanence of it. So every time I go to the studio, I have to hype myself up to like, okay, like you can do this. It's fine. It's gonna be great. And just tell the truth. Just be authentic. Do your best. And I feel like this weekend or last week, I performed Dance with Somebody for a project. And after we were done, one of the people, the team said something to me about it. And I was like, the reason why is because I feel like that has been the level, the bar set for being my most authentic while I'm in the studio, like letting go the most in the studio. So that's why that's my favorite record right now.
And so what was it last week?
There's a new song that I have. I can't think of the hook. I can hear it. I just did it. I can't think of the title of it now, but it's a new one.
Why don't you just sing the hook then?
Oh, I just sang it.
No.
I'm not singing. I'm not singing, Rudii. I'm not singing.
Guys, this is the high maintenance part. He's one of those I don't sing for free types.
No,
I'm just playing. I know you're not.
Oh, okay.
Because you sang for free for me before, so
yeah.
Besides live shows, how has the new normal affected your creative process?
I was in Los Angeles recording this new album. Everything stopped. I wasn't feeling well. I actually think I had COVID at the top of March. Actually, I was really sick. And then after, studio sessions started getting rescheduled and then canceled, and then meetings started getting canceled. And then even like, okay, well, let's just, I got a rig. So I got a rig at home. Let's just record at the house. And it was like, ooh, actually, my kid's school just closed down. I think this is more serious. So then next thing you know, it's like, okay, well, work is done. So I may as well go back east because nobody's doing anything. I would say about after 4 weeks of being like catching up on sleep and watching TV and cooking everything under the sun and then eating it, I started getting antsy. And I started exploring these other ways of creating content. So far, I've done 2 songs and 2 videos. One of them is Come Morning. And then I did a video where 32 people, gave instructions to 32 people to do different shots at home, edited them together and created a music video. And
where the fuck was my instruction? Anyway, go on.
Sometimes I answer when you call, but sometimes it'll be 3 or 4 days before people hear from Rudii.
What? Stop it. That is not true. Not unless I didn't see it. I'm a quick responder. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to have to edit this part out. No, but for real. Oh. So back to you. So are there any dream collaborations?
Yes, I have lots, but even though we're friends, we haven't worked together yet, and that's with Robert Glasper.
It's tangible. It's just a timing thing.
Yeah, it's a timing. Yeah, I would like to do a record with Adele.
Oh, Skinny Adele?
What'd you say?
Skinny Adele.
Yes, even Skinny Adele.
Okay.
I'd like to do a record with Leanne La Havas.
Oh, yeah, Leanne La Havas, yeah.
Love her, man. Ooh.
Nice. So as we roll into 2021, what's next for RT?
Well, I got this new record waiting, and I'm now a bona fide producer, production company, meaning I've always produced music, but now I'm producing film and TV content. So last week was a really huge stretch for me, and we got it in the can. Now, it's down to editing and pulling it together, and I'm excited about this new endeavor.
I'm excited for you. I definitely want to hear about that. As far as getting updated, the best way for the people to do so is through social media?
Yes. So you can find, I'm an Instagram junkie like everybody else in this world. So I'm at rsoulstar on Twitter as well. And on Facebook is Russell Taylor. And my website is russelltaylor.net. I also have some pretty cool merch too.
So we've covered a bit of a lot. Do you have any last words?
Last words, Rudii, you're the best. I can't wait to see you again in Amsterdam.
Catch up. Hopefully, I won't be here no more.
Oh,
I'm trying to get back to the States. So
come on.
Yeah. Well, I also want to thank you for accepting my semi-last minute virtual invitation.
It wasn't semi. It was definitely last minute.
Right. But before we bounce, I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
What did the Mexican say when the house fell on him?
What?
Get off me, Holmes. Say bye to the people. Are you praying for me? I love Mexico.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I've given you shit just because this is what we do. I love everything that you do. You're not only an amazing person, but you're an amazing presenter, and you're a culture creator, and you bring all the love from the States and put it in Amsterdam. So yes, anytime, you got me.
Thanks a lot, Russell. It's over. It's a wrap.
A toodaloo.
Thank you for listening. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Please be a friend. Tell a friend. Subscribe. Do something with your life. Catch you next week on
WTFWOTW
with Rudii Ru.